Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Taken in part exchange only this morning, here we have a Mazda CX-30 GT Sport Tech. This is the 180 PS, so about 177 horsepower model, and this is in automatic transmission. This car is presented in Soul Red Crystal with the black leather interior. Now, apologies, I haven't managed to get this car properly cleaned, or cleaned at all in fact, and before this video, but this is how it's come in, and this is sometimes how I like to present cars in their sort of raw state, and it sort of represents what sort of life this car has had, and hopefully you can appreciate from this video and from the photographs I've taken that it's been very well looked after. Now, a little bit of background: we didn't supply the car new, it actually came from Stourbridge Mazda, okay, but we have serviced this car, and I think the first year service we did, and the second year service for a dealership, Mazda, Brady's Mazda, sorry, which I believe is near Braintree, for its second service, which was done in December last year. Now, just to give you an idea what the previous owner was like, they've picked up their brand new shiny CX-60. We were told not to prep it. They've taken it away, they've machine polished it, and they're bringing it back tomorrow for a ceramic coating, which is a service that we offer. So they are obviously car people, enthusiastic about their car, and you can definitely see that with the condition of this. Now, barring one grazed alloy wheel, I would say this car is unblemished, but bearing in mind it has done about 15,000 miles, so there's a little curb wheel there, which I will have done over the next couple of days. Now, we're really excited about having this car, A, because of the condition, but B, we just don't get enough used automatics in general, and specifically CX-30. Now, let's start around the back of the vehicle, and then we'll work our way inside. Now, you've got the privacy glass, you've got parking sensors front and rear, you've got a front, rear and side parking camera, okay. And there you go, first time I've actually seen in the boot, so I was hoping it'd look like this, but a lovely boot, it's all carpeted. I don't like the hard plastics in boots because if they do get marked, if something rubs up against them, it is difficult to rectify. And you've got a space for a spare wheel should you require one, but living in there is the extra speaker that you get with the BOSE premium sound system. The seats fold 60-40 split, and you can take this parcel shelf out for some extra space. You've also got this electric tailgate, which you get on the Sport Lux models upwards. This is the top end spec of vehicle. Not that Mazda are stingy at all with their specs, their cars are always very well spec. Let me just move that front seat forward and I'll show you how the seats fold in the rear, because I know that can be important for people. Now look at that, you've got a little ridge there, but they pretty much fold flat, which I think is a nice feature, especially if you were having to lug something around. Okay, now you've got Isofix anchorages on the two outer rear seats. They live under those little covers there. Now look at this interior, absolutely beautiful. There's no shininess, no marks, no scuffs on the back seats. Very, very lovely indeed, and all the headlining is in beautiful condition. You've got this, I call it sienna brown, and I get that from the early MX-5s that had a sienna brown option on the seats. So sort of sienna brown door arm rests, and centre console, and parts of the door cards there, look. It's all lovely. It's all in very, very lovely condition indeed. And you've got the sunroof there, which you get on the X model cars. I think sunroofs are back in fashion now. Okay, so let's make our way to the inside of the car. Actually, let me just show you the condition of this door card as well. Now, looking through my camera, the middle inserts here of the car look a lot browner, but they're not actually that brown. They've got a slight readiness to them. You've got this lovely sort of perforated leather stroke leatherette, but I think it is classed as leather. electric windows, mirrors, BOSE Sound System. You've got an electric driver's seat with 2 memory settings there. Okay. Now let's get in the vehicle. Oh, I've tangled up my camera strap with a seatbelt. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, I'm going to start the car up. I just want you to look at this dash, which I think gives it a real sort of premium feel. There we go. So, foot on the brake, press the start button. Look at that. Which is, I think, lovely. Now, you've also got a heads-up display, which you can adjust and set it to your seat setting. So if there's more than one driver, just turn that fan down. Air conditioning works very well, by the way. And there's the mileage there, 14,260 miles. And let's have a look here. So Stourbridge Mazda, they were the people who supplied the car in Stourbridge. I'm not familiar with that area. And then, so it's actually a 2020 car. It's January 2020. And then service with us the following year. And then with Brayley's Mazda, I know that's their I said it was in Braintree, didn't I? But that's not far from Grays. That's their local dealer. Funny that. I suppose we're over the Dartford Bridge, but we're grateful to have the opportunity to have this car and have it as part of our used car offering, and to sell them a CX-60. So if you're watching the video, thank you very much. Okay, now steering wheel adjustment. Steering column adjustment, you've got up, down, in and out. Okay, steering wheel is heated. You've got a button down here, and you've got 3-stage heated seats. You've got auto lights, auto wipers. The lights are adaptive. They are absolutely amazing. And should you be driving a car like this at night, the best way I can explain it to you is you can see more on an unlit road at night than you can in the day. They are amazing. And you've got high beam control, so you can have your high beam on full. And should somebody come the other way, it will dip the light, but it will dip the lights. It might not dip them entirely, but just enough not to blind the oncoming traffic, but also not to impair your sight either. So they are amazing. And the LED, I feel like my eyes are brand new when driving a car like this at night. Now, you've got a CD player, which they deleted on a slightly newer model of this car. You've got an extra 6 horsepower, and you really wouldn't know it. I shouldn't really say that, but we don't notice the difference. And you've got minus a CD player. So for me, these are better value for money. For those of you who still have CDs, I don't have any myself, but I know plenty of people still use them. You've got climate control, dual zone. You've got these lovely vents here. I like these vents. All the original owner's manual, locking wheel nut key in there. Okay, you've got this rimless mirror. Once again, adds that real premium effect. Now, of course, you'll think I'm biased because I'm from a Mazda dealer. However, if you haven't been in one of these sort of newer generation Mazdas, now Mazda have always made fantastic cars, but the feel, the materials, the way these cars are put together, and the quietness and refinement of these cars is superb. Now, if you look on our website, you'll see we've got plenty of used traditional, now I say that, traditional premium brands, and I'll be honest, I don't think they touch this in terms of quality. And if you don't take my word for it, come and have a look. Really do come and have a look, which is probably why I've got a forecourt full of A classes and 1 Series, and I even had a GLC AMG part exchange against one of these, because, as I say, these are fantastic value for money. They really are. Okay, so you've got a 360 camera, so no excuse to get into those tight parking spaces. Now, as you can see, I'm in a car park here. I've got within the lines in this box. Now, that helps me when I take my photos, so I find that very helpful. I know you might not be parking in car parks to take pictures of your car, but you will be, I'd imagine, you'll be parking in car parking spaces where there isn't so much room. Okay, it's very quiet today, so it really does help. Okay, now let's see what this has to offer. So this is the Mazda Mzd Connect, and it's all controlled here. Okay, and once you get used to controlling this, you'll never look down to operate this, and you tend to sort of you know, it doesn't distract you so much. Now, I'm not promoting that you fiddle around with your radio, etc. whilst driving, but if you have to do so, I'd say that's the safest way to do it. Now let's go here. Information. Now this, let's have a look. Fuel efficiency monitor. Okay. Now this car is a mild hybrid, so it's got an additional battery here, which is inside the car somewhere. I think it's under the driver's seat, or somewhere around there, and it will charge that battery, which will then run things like your heating, your electrics, your lights, etc. Okay, putting less strain on the engine and using less fuel. The car also has cylinder deactivation. So if you're cruising along and then you're sort of coasting, it'll go down to 2 cylinders. You wouldn't even know it's happening, but that will also save fuel. These are super good on fuel. Now this is a London car. I checked it earlier, it's about 40 mpg. Should you be doing long journeys, you will get diesel fuel consumption on long journeys, and I've driven from here, Orpington, to Harrow and got 56 miles to the gallon. So I was very, 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 very pleased. Okay, very low BIK. If there's any of you company car drivers out there, you're going to put this through your business. 2 litre, 180 horsepower, and this car is, I think, 119 grams of CO2. Okay, now just want to mention the gearbox. This is an automatic gearbox with 6-speed. It's super quick. You can paddle shift it if you want to make things more exciting, and it won't roll back on hills. It doesn't lurch, and it's a smooth, seamless gear change in the traditional sense of an automatic gearbox. A lot of gearboxes now, they're kind of a hybrid. They do roll back on hills, they're a bit jerky, etc. And we've had customers come out of those cars that have had that type of gearbox and are very, very happy that the Mazda gearbox is seamless. Okay, right, let's go through some of this here. Now, I don't want to bore you, so I will skim through this. Entertainment, I mean, you've got your Bluetooth, USB 1, USB 2, which, I mean, it says audio video. I've never watched anything, but I might try that one day. FM, AM, DAB, so DAB, fantastic. I mean, I've said in my earlier videos, you know, this is sort of a new thing, but it's been around for a long time, and you'll get a huge array of stations. Okay, and if you're a sports person, or if you like listening to sports, you get Talk Sport and bits and pieces like that that you can listen with clarity. But look at that, look at all the things there, which is why I don't have CDs, because there's always something to find on there. Okay, right, so you've also got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so you can navigate your phone and use those apps. Communication, once your phone's paired up, you'll get all your call lists, etc. And the nav, it has got a built-in sat nav, which is superb. I always say this in all my videos, so you know I'm not telling porky pies. I have travelled to the south of Poland, to the Tatra Mountains, using this sat nav, and found it superb. But obviously, when you set up your phone for your smartphone, you can use any of those apps on there. All right. Okay, hold on. What am I doing here? I'm making this look a lot more difficult than it is. Settings, here we go. So now this car got one of the highest safety ratings, and when they reviewed this, I think it was the safest car on the road. Okay, so you've got in-vehicle displays here. Okay, in fact, let me have a quick look at that. Active driving display, that you can change that. Instrument cluster display, you can have it fuel efficiency and range display. Type 1. Actually, I want to have a look what this is. Type 2. Okay, that is something I've never explored before. Sound settings. Sound system's amazing. It's BOSE. I'll leave it there. I think it speaks for itself. Safety settings. Now, you've got a driver assistance system. Okay, radar cruise control, so it'll track the car in front. If it slows down, it'll slow down. Traffic sign speed limit sync, so you can even have that. I've never done that myself. Audible cruise confirmation, speed limit sign alert, driver monitoring system, so it'll monitor. I think that's the little camera there. It will monitor your facial expressions, and should the car believe you are fatigued, it will recommend you take a break, and it will come up take a break on the windscreen here. Safety alerts, front cross traffic alerts. So if you're pulling out your driveway at home, for example, and someone's coming down the road, it'll beep 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 and warn you. and with the rear. So coming out of parking spaces, driveways, it's absolutely superb. You've got a lane departure warning system, so if you were to veer out of a lane without indicating, it will warn you. Blind spot monitoring, so it'll light up there and there if someone undertakes you or overtakes you, and if you did pull out, it'll also bleep. Okay, and you can adjust some settings there. So this car is super safe, super refined, super quiet, super economical. I mean, I can't really knock it at all. It's a superb car, and it's in lovely condition. It really is. So if you're looking for a Soul Red automatic CX-30, please do come and have a look at this or make a further inquiry, because this is a very nice example. Now, even though we're a Mazda dealer, I did mention earlier, we've got, you know, non-Mazdas on the forecourt, which means we are super keen to get your part exchange, and we really do mean that. I know there's a lot of hype out there about getting better deals with selling your car online, etc. You'll get the best deal part exchanging. So please do punch your reg number in and do all that sort of stuff, and then get in touch with us. You've got an idea of what your car's worth, okay? But we are very fair, we're very keen, and we want your part exchange, regardless of what it is, age, etc., condition. We want your part exchange, okay? We've got great finance facilities. This car will come with 1 year's, in fact, this car is only 3 years old in January. So you've got the remainder of the manufacturer's warranty till January next year, plus we'll top it up to a full year, okay? And that will also come with roadside assistance. We have the option, okay, for people to extend their warranties. We have a fantastic ceramic paint protection. Now, I wasn't too keen on the other paint protections previously offered. I didn't think they were that great, but the ceramic ones are superb. Hence the reason why I have ceramic all my lovely classic cars that I had painted. I'm a real enthusiast of it. It's brilliant, and when I wash my cars, the sponge glides over it. It's absolutely superb. Okay, so we've covered warranty, we've covered finance, we have all dealer facilities. We can do an online consultation, video walk around, etc., etc. Should you require any further info, photos, videos, just ask, and we mean that. That's not an empty gesture. We really do mean that. And should it be outside of our regular working hours, leave us a voicemail, drop us an email, and we shall come back to you. Okay. Right, I think I've covered most things. Now, I hope this video has been useful. Please do study the photos. As I say, I'll have that wheel done and have the car fully validated. And we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.